Say good morning, everyone.
I'm going to forget.
You gonna what? You're gonna walk along the death track, are you? Say good morning. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. That's not too bad. We're back. We're back. That was a long way. It's the middle of the night. We're somewhere. First off, sorry for being a bit slow replying to messages and comments and stuff the last couple of days. It seems as though going away for a week racing your bike in the middle of nowhere, stage 2, Queen stage today, doesn't lend itself to getting a lot of work done. Anyway, that's not that interesting. Point is, pretty much kind of on top of stuff now, which means we can have a bit of a chat, which is good because, oh my God, quite a bit has happened. I actually think the main reason we might have gone to tour the Great South Coast was for the awesome bike footage. So I won't go into the race specifics. I think you're kind of familiar with how we got on, which was amazing.
Yeah, with that new team, that new team, I'll tell you what, Alice is looking very happy down there.
We learnt so much. So much. I kind of got the feeling you can do as many really good high-level club races as you want. It ain't preparing you for racing with 140 guys, 8-rider teams. It's a different ball game altogether. Got some great stuff to talk about from all that. Obviously, I will be making it all up as I go, as you now know that's what we do. Question is, which bit do we pick out? I mean, the crosswind stuff, I'd love to... Get up a bit so I can stand up. I mean, the crosswind stuff was awesome.
Turn right! Start again!
Going to show you all that because maybe I'll talk to Jesse about that too. Okay, no, what we'll do, I know what we're gonna do. Okay, let's do that. Massive learning curve for us last week. I really hope a few sort of super experienced racers comment on this because this is almost me showing you this and going, what did we do wrong here? So let me set the scene. Actually, we'll start it up, then I'll set the scene for you. Okay, so we're coming up to the first intermediate sprint point. We're about 3 k's out from it. And most of the team, we've just come over this berg and now most of the team are trying to assemble. So this is the first intermediate sprint, about 3 k's out. As you saw there, top left is Danny, I'm top right, and bottom right is Shawnee. Now Shawnee is there with the orange handlebar, well, we've got the bar tape, but you know what I mean. So he is bringing me up, and Toby is on my wheel. Actually, no, he's not. You just saw Toby there on the right on my camera, and now Shawnee's going to bring us up. So this is coming up to the front of the NRS peloton. Now, our first mistake here, I was hoping you'd hear me shout. Our first mistake here is we should not be trying to hit the front at this point. What we've done is, number one, we've really come to the front too early, and number two, as this plays out, you'll see that we have totally boxed ourselves in. So Pat's Veg there in the prime position, and we are shuffed over here on the left-hand side of the road. So if you look at Danny's rear-facing camera there, you can see Ben's on his wheel, and we're coming up, but we're stuck right in here on the left. Means that it's in a group like this, getting out, look at this, we're right boxed in, getting out from this position costs energy and stress and all the rest of it. So now coming back to the front, here's Shawnee kind of battling it out with Pat's Veg rider here for the front. So you can't quite hear, but Toby's in my ear saying, we're boxed in, we're boxed in. So here's Toby now appearing. So Toby is on Danny's wheel, shoved right in here on the left. In fact, number 5 there is one of his rivals for the sprint classification there. So we're not in a great position. I need to push us in right. So I'm trying to get in on this Pat's Veg Rider's wheel to get us over into the middle of the road. Now, if you look carefully at Danny's camera and look at Toby shaking his head, not happy. So he's going to shovel up inside, and he can't quite hear him there, but he's in my ear saying we're boxed in. We've got to get out. So as this plays out, we're going to see Sean sort of shoveling into the middle of the road. I mean, he's kind of in a bit of a duel here to hold the front. Now, I think I finally get a gap here to shovel in, and then immediately get out into the middle of the road. And what's good is Angus is on my wheel, as you'll see as we play along. So we're now on the front. We're about 1,500 metres from the sprint point. Now, our next mistake is coming up. So we're in a good position now. This is probably when we wanted to hit the front anyway. So you can see on bottom right, Sean's camera. You'll see myself. You'll see Angus. I think I'm pointing at a dog at that point. But anyway. And Sean. Now, Sean is doing a good job here of just holding that position. Now, our next little mistake's coming up. Angus, way too hard. So, as we learned as we went along, in a lead out, you're not trying to go as hard as you can. You're trying to just hold position. So he's got a good rhythm. Now Ben's coming up. So we've got all three of us on the front. This is good. We've got a good position. And look, there's Toby, perfectly positioned with it. With now has a sprint angle. So unfortunately, we don't really have... So concentrate top right. Top right now. Danny's trying to get himself on Toby's wheel. But top right is where you want to be looking. So many of the other sprinters are now trying to come up, but we're holding a good pace, good position. We've got Toby on, he's not on my wheel, he's one wheel back, but he has a shot at it, he has a run at it. We're keeping the pace high enough, and he gets a perfect run at that sprint point from that position. I mean, that was a bit of a mess. Look, to put that in perspective, that's the first time we've ever done that, to start with. Concentration. Like, over the next... Well, you're probably going to be fed up with some of this content that I show you in the next couple of days and weeks, but the biggest thing is just concentration. Like, how mentally taxing trying to do this stuff is. And if you lose concentration for a second, you lose position and you're gone. You're out the back. That was lead out train for beginners. By beginners. Luckily we have a very good sprinter, so he made up for it. Moving on. Couple of quick admin items. The web store, we got smashed last week. Pretty much all medium, large, everything is gone. All that's left is small and extra small. What you see is what you get now. We're not going to restock the Decker. Speaking of moving on, why is there no new design or anything like that? I've been testing a new jersey. It's like nothing you've seen before, to be brutally honest. That's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks now. Not going to do a pre-sale. You guys are going to love this. I know I said this before. South Coast has proved it to me. We have the best bib shorts in the game. Full stop. Now, with this new jersey, mate, I could just put a trash can on it and it'd still be good. Howdy. Look, keep the emails coming in regards to the team. Again, I'm sorry about being slow about getting back to that. We aren't really in a position to add to the rider list at the moment. Having said that, there's no harm firing us an email. Yeah, like I said, the store got smashed last week. Unfortunately, some of the sort of inventory management stuff got a bit stuck behind, so there were a few orders there where unfortunately I just had to refund a few people just because we didn't have the stock. Elizabeth's picking up the kiddies. I'm gonna get some dinner on. There has been a whole heap of this today, a lot of talking to camera, but we haven't done that for a while, and we had to catch up on a lot of stuff. Turn the oven on. 2 other things. Friday, we're gonna try and do this as a regular thing. Friday coffee ride, 6:20 Centennial Park. Check out the Facebook page for the meeting spot. Going to be very cruisy. That time is that time because, quite simply, Elizabeth goes for a run early on Friday morning, so I can't leave before then. So that's why that's the time, I'm sorry. If anyone follows Liz on Strava, like, she flies around the place. Anyway, that's probably not that interesting. Finally, there will be a rant. Quick points though, Pat. If you're going to be critical about the guy who held the leader's jersey, get his name right, I will be ranting. The next episode, remind me, I have a rant. There'll be a lot of pointing like that in the rant. Yeah. About time I had a whinge.